These cupcakes are soft, moist, chocolatey, and delicious. I can't wait to get started because I can't wait to eat one. Line 2 cupcake pans with cupcake liners. This makes about 2 dozen. Once you have those done, set them aside. This is my chocolate cake recipe. It's been altered to accommodate for cupcakes because a lot of you have been asking. Cupcakes, as opposed to cakes, they bake differently and you need to make some structural changes, so a little more flour and a little less liquid. Also, the heating is different. The thermodynamics when they go into the oven changes from a large cake pan to a small cupcake pan. So I have made some changes so we can make amazing cupcakes. First, let's sift our dry ingredients together. If you're using a stand mixer, you will sift your ingredients right into your stand mixer bowl. If you're hand mixing, grab a large mixing bowl. And I'm just putting all of the ingredients right into my bowl here. Hauswirt sent me a mixer to try out, so I will be using this today and I'll be highlighting some of the features along the way. First, you need some all-purpose flour. We'll be adding 2 cups plus 2 tablespoons of flour. That's 270 grams. 1 cup of granulated sugar, 200 grams. 1 cup of light brown sugar packed, and that is 200 grams as well. I'm going to sift some of this. It's filling up. I made some room in my sifter, so now I will add in 3/4 of a cup of Dutch processed cocoa. That's 75 grams. You can use natural cocoa. This just has a darker, more rich chocolate flavor and it's less acidic. And then our leaveners, we're adding 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, 7 grams, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 6 grams, and 1 teaspoon of fine sea salt, 6 grams. Continue sifting. You can see all the lumps in here. Cocoa powder is notorious for lumping. It has a high fat content and of course brown sugar as well. So it's very important not to skip this step. Now, even though you sifted, you want to give this a really good whisk to make sure that you have all of the leaveners, everything in here evenly distributed. Now we'll add our wet ingredients. I'm going to just make a little well in the center here. You'll need 1 cup of buttermilk. That's 240 milliliters. This is at room temperature. It's been sitting out for about an hour. A 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. That's 120 mLs. 2 whole eggs. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. That's 5 mLs. We will be mixing this on low-medium for 2 minutes with a paddle attachment. This mixer has 11 speeds, and one of the things I really like about it is it has the lowest speed possible. You know how when you turn your mixer on, wet and dry stuff flies everywhere? This has a really nice feature. I'll show you. If you put it on just the lowest speed, press start, look how slow it goes. This has a built-in timer, so no more using other timers. You just press the timer button. I'm going to put it on 2 minutes. Whoops. And then turn the speed to medium-low. Press the button. And I don't have to worry about it. It actually just shuts off on its own. It also has a light in the bowl so you can see into your bowl. And here's the best part of all. This paddle attachment actually scrapes the bowl. I don't have to stop and scrape down the bowl. It's doing it for me. So this shut off automatically at the end of the 2 minutes, which I'm loving. And now the last step is just like my chocolate cake. By the way, you should check that out at some point. It is delicious. We add in hot coffee. This not only blooms the cocoa, but it enhances the chocolate flavor. If for some reason you don't want to use coffee, you can always use hot water. So now I'm turning this on low And I'm just going to slowly drizzle in the hot coffee. Mix this until you see that it's fully combined, and then stop. Our batter is done and it looks just chocolatey, fudgy, and amazing. Now it's time to get it into our cupcake liners. This has nice little suction cups that hold it to the counter, and this is actually really lightweight. I'm going to put this aside for now. Here's what the batter looks like. It's somewhat thin, which is perfectly normal. It's smooth and beautiful and chocolatey. So we'll start filling our liners. Just put them at about 2/3 full. It's a little bit messy. Now we'll bake these for 20 to 22 minutes in the center rack of your oven. You'll see them just dome up very nicely, and a toothpick inserted in the center should come out clean. Okay. Clean. They're done. So these turned out perfect. Leave them in the pan for 3 to 4 minutes to cool down slightly, and then remove them to the wire rack to cool completely. Leaving them in this hot pan the whole time will cause them to sweat, and then the paper liner can stick to the cupcake, and no one likes that. So 3 to 4 minutes and then pull them out. I will finish. I have one more tray to bake, and then we will get to our frosting. See you in a minute. First, we'll start with our Ganache Base. 10 ounces of bittersweet chocolate, 60% or more of cacao. Chop it very finely so that it melts faster and easier. That's 280 grams. You'll need 1/4 cup of heavy cream, that's 60 milliliters, and 1 tablespoon of light corn syrup. Melt this and stir it until it is completely smooth and shiny. Then put it aside so that it can cool down a little bit before we add it into our mixture. Next, we'll begin our buttercream portion. You'll need 1½ cups, that's 3 sticks or 340 grams of unsalted butter that is at room temperature and soft. We'll be mixing this for 3 to 5 minutes with our paddle attachment until it's light and fluffy. Now we'll add our flavor to the butter. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of Dutch processed cocoa, that's 13 grams. I'm also adding 2 tablespoons of black cocoa, that's 13 grams as well. Add 1 teaspoon of espresso powder, that's 2 grams. This deepens the chocolate flavor. It does not make your frosting taste like coffee. And last, add 1/2 teaspoon of fine sea salt, that's 3 grams. Mix this for 2 minutes to bloom the cocoa in the fat of the butter. Once you see it is nice and smooth, we'll begin to add our powdered sugar. You need 3½ cups of powdered sugar, sifted, and that's 440 grams. Add 1 cup at a time and keep your mixer on low speed. Once you have your powdered sugar all combined, this is the texture you're looking for. Now it's time to add our ganache. This is cooled, and I just want you to see how beautiful this is. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So it's time to add this in. Once you add your ganache in, mix it on low for 3 minutes. This is actually polishing the frosting into a velvety, shiny finish. Well, this is truly my favorite frosting, combining a ganache and a buttercream together. This is absolutely delicious. Now it's time to decorate our cooled cupcakes. Well, my chocolate cake recipe is the best chocolate cake recipe ever, and now you have the best chocolate cupcake recipe. If you like cupcakes, check out my red velvet recipe. They're amazing too. Time for me to take a bite. That is so delicious. Soft, moist, chocolatey, and delicious, just as I promised in the beginning. I do hope you give these a try. I look forward to baking with you in the next video.